Hey everybody, I'm Drake, like the dragon, not the rapper. We're back, creepy music and all. I don't remember where I was going though.
What do you want?
Greetings, dwarf.
Racial segregation with the first words uttered.
What do you want me to call you?
Bah, you're like everyone else. Like the whole accursed city. Vizima humans get everything, we get naught.
I neither live in Vizima, nor am I human.
What then?
A witcher. A mutant.
Well, in that case, sorry. I'm Golan Vivaldi. My cousin Vimy Vivaldi once met a witcher. A debt collector, apparently.
I'm Geralt, and I'm no debt collector.
What brings you here?
I'm looking for the leader of a certain organization.
You suspect me because I'm a dwarf?
I have several suspects, not only dwarves.
What do you want?
I've got my eye on you.
Come back when you stop talking crap.
I want to discuss Salamandra.
Why?
The professor's bail money came from your bank.
You offend me deeply with this slander.
But
Generations of Vivaldis built this bank, and you suggest our gold serves criminals? Out!
nothing but a pile of suspicions. I have to assume you're clean for now. Do you have a copy of the secret gates?
I do, but I'm unwilling to part with it.
I insist. Just give me a price.
So be it.
It's that easy, huh? Kalkstein and Vivaldi are neighbors, next door neighbors, and he just so happened to have a book on him that we just so happen to need.
The town cemetery. The dead and undead await behind that gate. Plenty of work for a witcher.
What'll it be? Pine or oak, perhaps?
I don't need a coffin. I don't intend to die anytime soon.
Who's there?
Just a witcher.
Just
Geralt, greetings.
what happened?
A show of force. They smashed a window and packed 3 bolts in Coleman's gut. Used dispersive bolt heads. A Havkar speciality. And highly illegal.
Who killed him?
Damn Scoia'tael. No folk will call him a good man, saying how he helped old ladies. A sense of pogrom approaching. The damn shits threw up a list of enemies, and they begun eliminating them without regard for the consequences.
Why Coleman?
Anger? Revenge? Some elven youth probably overdosed. A note on one of the bolts read, White Death Trader. He was selling Fistech to kids. Cheaper than anyone else. And you know how addictive it is.
I'm surprised they acted in town.
They feel strong now they've got arms. Some fool did business with them. I suspect Harren Brog. What terrible times.
I gotta say, as weird, to put it nicely, the graphics are, these beards are so fluffy. Very
I'll
nice
find you later.
beard graphic for the dwarves.
freak. I have some questions. You haven't the faintest idea who you're talking to, freak. One word, and before you count to 3, you'll be facing a dozen hardened assassins. You'll be dead before you count to 3. Well, the cub growls, but does it bite? I could use someone for wet work. I despise your kind. Contempt, wolf cub, is the privilege of the prudent. In all others, it's a sign of youth and ignorance. I'll piss on your juvenile scorn. What do you want?
How's things?
Ever seen the Salamandra sign? I've seen a lot. Have a problem with that? Best tell me all you know. The name Azar mean anything? I have a rule. Before I slit someone's throat, I give them some advice. Never threaten me. Make sure you remember that. I mean, image is everything, right?
These two are literally just having a pissing contest. Like,
I need to talk to you about Salamandra. Your people attacked me at the hospital. You cracked? I sent them there to bring back one of ours. Why don't I believe you? I don't give a rat's ass. In that case, let's call it a misunderstanding. Sorry about your boys. Pity. Life's a bitch, then you die.
I think that's a
Now,
line
if
straight
you
from the
shove
books.
off, I got some deals to tend to. I'm short on proof, so let's say I leave you alone for now. Thanks a lot. But you'll allow me not to fall at your feet. If you do happen to find Javed, I'll be glad to hear about it. And if you find any of his underlings, I wouldn't mind having a chat with them, too.
They really spent all the graphics money on this dude's arm veins.
Witcher,
Zoltan Shive, good to see you.
you got inside the town okay? Plenty of work for a Witcher in Vizima.
It seems so. How did you manage to get in?
Nasty non-humans will always find a way to sneak into human homes.
True enough. Listen, Zoltan, I wanted to talk to you.
Yes?
Know anything about Vivaldi's bank?
No, it's only Vivaldi's by name.
How so?
New owners. Humans.
That explains a lot. The evil that witchers fight stems from chaos, from actions aimed at disturbing order. For where evil spreads, order cannot be established. Instead of the light of wisdom, the glimmer of hope, and the glow of warmth, darkness ensues. And in darkness you find nothing but blood, fangs, and claws. Like in the outskirts.
Nicely put, but as young Cero said to King Verdank on their first date, does it have any practical uses?
The right of witchers to live and function in this world has fallen out of balance, because the struggle between good and evil now plays out on a different battlefield with different rules. Evil has ceased being chaotic. No longer a blind elemental power, evil follows rules according to the rights it's been granted. It functions in line with treaties.
That's progress. With more of us living longer, we can slaughter one another in the thousands. Progress is like a herd of pigs. The herd brings many benefits, but no one should wonder at all the shit.
Shit or no shit, witchers exist to slay monsters. How can I when the real monsters hide behind ideals, faith, or the law?
The biggest evil is moral relativity, which kills more than the Catriona plague and dragons combined. Witchers will always be needed, no matter where that pig herd leads us.
Thanks, Sultan.
I tell him the papers are ready. He wants to look again.
Ugh, how can they drink this? What is it anyway?
I suppose it's wine.
Wine? Couldn't pass for wine, stepbrother.
So, what is it?
Ugh, diluted dog's piss. Thus, I come here rarely.
I thought this was the only tavern around.
I live in the trade quarter, but the inns there are closed. Want to earn some coin?
You mentioned you might have a job for me. Care to elaborate?
I know a place with 100-year-old wine from Toussaint.
What's the catch?
The wine cellar is in a house where monsters now haunt.
It'll cost 200 orens.
Deal. I'll return here at midnight.
Welcome, traveler.
I hear you buy jewelry.
What if I do?
Tell me who's paying for salamander badges or your own mother won't recognize you.
Shove off. Shove off. Shove off. Shove off. Shove off. Shove off.
Oh no, I said a bad thing. Now I have to go meditate for an hour and then come back to talk to you because the game won't let me do it again.
I want to sell a badge.
Dinner apiece.
Deal.
Will you
100 or...
shove off?
Oh.
Shove off.
Oh, dope. Dope, that's cool.
Damn.
Let me
Any
just
rooms?
5.
go meditate for an hour again. So cool. Haha. I understand that these people made it so that you hear things louder when you're near them, but they forgot that that shouldn't apply to walls.
What you want?
Drink with me?
Sure.
I'm looking for work.
I work for Leuwarden, a wealthy merchant. He has many jobs.
Thanks. That's a big help.
Always help my friends.
Oh, thank God, we're back to the creepy music. I was getting really annoyed with the constant, non-stop sound of people hitting each other in there.
Geralt, good to see you. Where are you going?
To the dike.
No passage. Captain forbids it.
Why?
Captain's orders. Talk to him.
Gentlemen, that's no way to treat a hero. Geralt, the witcher that saved Vizima from a terrible cockatrice.
A hero? Well, that changes things.
He's almost one of us.
In that case, please pass, Master Geralt. We'll drink your health at the inn.
Thanks, Siegfried.
That was very easy.
A surprise in the sewers. A night of the flaming rose, soaked in stench from head to foot. I usually work alone, but this was an opportunity to see a knight in action. I must say he did rather well for a human. That was rare gratitude he showed.
Hello, haha, waving, hi.
Yes?
It wasn't easy, but I managed.
Splendid. I have no coin, though. Drank it all away.
No payment, no wine.
I knew I couldn't trust a witcher.
If I have to sit there and listen to that awful noise of people fighting for one more minute, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit.
What brings you here?
I've figured out Azar Javed's contacts.
Interesting.
Sorry I suspected you. I know you've lost control of your bank.
Kind to be so frank with a dwarf.
Anytime.
I have information about Javed that might be useful.
Even the smallest details sometimes are.
I saw his name in old files. He paid tuition at the sorcerer school in Barnard. He was expelled after taking an interest in dark magic. He stopped paying tuition, and that was the last trace of him in our system. You're dealing with a renegade, and a dangerous one at that.
So where did you get the sword?
What'll you give me if I tell you?
I'll stop short of gutting you.
Fair offer. I bought it from a man at the Hairy Bear Tavern.
Care to describe him?
No need, he's the most famous dice player around. Out fucking standing, a real goddamn magician.
Respect those who take risks.
Silver sword mean anything to you?
Why do you ask?
I don't have time for chit-chat.
Take no offense.
Where did you get the sword?
I want it from a gardener.
Where can I find him?
The garden at St. Lebioda's hospital.
I just passed that motherfucker. Oh, this game is just running back and forth and back and forth and listening to the same noises all the... Oh. Oh.
Look how they grow.
I'm more interested in silver swords.
I knew one of you would come by eventually.
You lost it playing dice?
I was sure I'd win. Beware the sharp one plays well.
Where did you get this sword?
5 years ago there was a battle near Brenner. When the dust had settled, our men had beaten the Nilfgaardians. We ceased to call ourselves an imperial province that day.
You captured the sword during the battle?
Yes, it was Witcher Cohen's. A strapping fellow and a rare breed. Not very talkative, mind you.
Like most of us.
I gave my word the sword would find another Witcher. As he lay dying, he mumbled about teeth and destiny. Then he laughed at his own death.
Yet you lost it gambling?
I kept it hidden for 5 years. I lost hope I'd ever run into another Witcher. Miss Shani knew Cohen. She works at the hospital.
Thanks.
Good luck on the path.
Geralt, you managed to get out of prison.
I did, though it wasn't easy.
I've heard about your deeds.
I see you're working at the hospital.
I'm fighting the plague. No time for chit-chat.
When can we talk?
I have a room in the northern end of town. Stop by after work.
Okay.
Woe is me. Will no one help me?
Why the grief?
My husband haunts me. What do I do?
Haunts you? In your bedchamber?
My late husband haunts me.
It will cost you to...
Oh, that's a hefty sum.
you found me.
Looks like it.
How'd you get past the old hag?
That nice lady downstairs?
She's made my life hell.
Old people are like that.
At least my rent is low. Doctors earn little in Temeria. Many leave.
You stayed.
Someone had to.
Anyway.
Yes?
Shawnee, I wanted to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you saw Cohen shortly before he died.
That's right. How did you know?
I found his sword.
He died during the battle at Brenna, on my operating table.
Sorry, Shawnee, I didn't know him. Do you know anything about this sword?
No, but you should ask the dwarf, Sultan Chive. His knowledge of weapons is unmatched.
Fucking hate this. Oh yay, now I get to go back to the inn? It's really cool. It's totally cool. I feel like I'm accomplishing so much.
No sign of Javed or the professor. This bunch should cave easily. Let's do this.
Who's this? This wasn't our deal, cop.
Relax. Just a witcher. Surely you know witchers are golems. No will of their own. Follow orders quick and easy. No complaints. Right, Geralt?
Right.
See? Nothing to be afraid of. You didn't exactly come alone. Now let's deal.
I don't trust him. Heard he was a fucking murderer, cut up over a dozen of our people.
Let's not play who killed who. That's the past. We're interested in the future. Your future. Which will be unpleasant if Javed learns you cheated him. And believe me, he'll learn shortly if you don't start talking.
You're bluffing. You don't scare me.
Enough. Where's Javed? Where are the Witcher's secrets? Spit it out before I feed you to the rats.
Vincent, stop him. I know nothing. I was assistant to Salamandra's accountant. Javed stopped trusting me. I don't know where he is or what he intends.
The professor?
I don't know. He went off somewhere.
Bullshit. You need encouragement.
You promised me protection in exchange for my testimony. On my mother's grave, I know nothing. Stop him. You're a cop. This is murder. You're gonna stand by and watch?
No, I'm leaving. Besides, I know you had a part in murdering Raymond's family. Witcher, make it quick.
Let me just pause the game and manually get my sword out because the game doesn't want to hold our hand, does it now? So you're telling me I don't get to use the bow?
How did things go at the warehouse once I left?
Quickly.
Good. I admit I was hoping for a bit more, but it's always a few bandits less.
That's the last time you use me. I'm not a general avenger.
Had no choice, believe me. It won't happen again. You have my word. I guess you plan to continue the investigation.
Don't have a choice.
I can't help officially, but I'll leave you to it. Anything you learn, I'd be glad to hear.
I wanted to talk to you about Salamandra.
Okay.
Someone informed them about my cockatrice contract.
What are you suggesting?
Several possibilities, mostly pointing at you.
I'm not gonna explain myself to you.
You let the professor out of prison.
I don't tell you how to hunt monsters. You don't tell me how to do my job. I let him out. But I haven't lost his trail.
But
I'm not gonna explain myself to you. End of conversation.
what do you do nights? Meet your boss, Azar Javed?
Nothing unnatural about spending nights in the trade quarter.
Where do you get gold for that?
Don't always need coin to get by.
Wealthy friends? I've got no real proof, so I'll have to wait to decide.
Sounds like your mountain has turned into a molehill. That's what happens when amateurs try their hand at serious work. If you stumble upon any real leads, come by. I'll give you some useful advice.
What can I...
When the moon hits your eye. Ooh, spooky. Being thrown into a fight? No? No?
Hello, son. I'm not your son, Gramps.
You guessed my name. They call me Gramps around here.
They call me all kinds of things. Mostly Geralt.
You gonna start walking? I don't know where the temple is. Okay, I guess we're going.
Enough! I've had enough!
I'm hungry again.
Hello.
Enough! I've had enough!
Oh boy. So the game put me back all the way here. It didn't autosave when I went to the different region. And yes, I didn't save either. So I'm just gonna call it a day on this. I'm really sorry. Like this I feel like this is gonna be the shittiest video I've done so far, but I'm feeling really tired and I'm probably gonna take a week off because I've got some exams coming up and just like simultaneously studying every day and doing videos, editing them by myself is a lot of work. So I'm gonna probably see you guys in a week with hopefully something a little more lively. I'm hoping I'm gonna pass the exam and then at least be, you know, in a good mood about that. But it's been such a long video and it's just mostly been walking back and forth. So again, thank you very much for your time if you're actually watching these videos, and I really hope to see you soon. Bye.